What's happening? I feel like Lumberg when I say that. So what I wanted to do is go over a little bit of protection dog, kind of the final approach, if you will. I'm getting ready to deliver this dog. Yes, the Yahoo that jumped in the pool when I was showing you a few weeks ago or a month ago, whenever it was. Oh, good. Show them to you again. Look at that. What I want to talk about and kind of showcase or show you guys is what I try to accomplish before I deliver the dog and kind of the point that I want to get to, as well as one of the things that I work on, and I work on it a lot. I have found that the control aspect of a dog, especially a protection dog, but even you know, your personal house pet or what have you, really hinges on a couple of key factors. Number one is that there's a tangible piece of real estate, all right, i.e. that dog bed. You'll notice I'm marking and rewarding behavior of him staying where I want him to. If you also notice, that bed is fucking huge, all right? No, it's not overcompensating for anything. He's a big dog, and I like to give them a big, cush, comfortable spot to lay down. It, from my experience and perspective, it certainly lends itself to the dog wanting to go to that spot more often. Now, the reason I use a dog bed really, really heavy in a case like this is because of that little bastard right there, the front door, right? It's everybody's arch nemesis. Somebody comes to the door, the dog loses their mind. Not if you teach them to go to this, no matter what. And so I spend a lot of time, and when I say a lot of time, I mean a lot of time, working on the go to your bed command. I used to use place, but it sounds too much like plots, which is a command that I give for getting it my left side, and I found that it kind of confuses them sometimes. So I say go to your bed. That's what works for me. Pick whatever the hell you want. With this particular dog and, you know, this type of application, you know, the control piece is huge. Now, I know for a lot of people, you know, being able to tell your dog to go to his place or his bed or you know, anywhere, somewhere, to leave whoever the hell it is that's coming through that bastard again, alone is key, right? That's one of the biggest problems that people have, is that in conjunction with impulse control. And I'm going to do a separate video on that, showing kind of how I work with dogs to get them to cap that drive or control that impulse that they naturally have to want to go check shit out. And it doesn't matter if it's a ball, a person, food on the floor, whatever, is that one of the reasons why I like to, leave it alone, dude. Christ, you're on camera. This isn't the casting couch. The impulse control is really key with everything, is that, you know, getting them to go to that place or that bed really sets the tone or the stage for all the other control work. If I can teach the dog that no matter what is going on when I say go to your bed, then, you know, it doesn't matter what's going on. A lot of times people focus on, oh, the dog is worried about other people or other dogs, or you know, somebody, you know, wrestling in the other room or what have you. Really the key component to teaching a dog control and it being both applicable and reliable is doing it under all different types of conditions. And most importantly, just conditioning it to over and over and over until it just becomes what we call a conditioned response, right? So I'm going to show you kind of what, how I go about that in the final stages of what I'm looking for, and just a quick drill of how I kind of go about that. As you can see, I've got my trusty treats, got the clicker in one hand. Normally I have the clicker in one hand and treats in the other, but since I'm holding this goddamn camera, I'm multitasking a little bit. But so without further ado, I'll show you kind of what I go about doing. Arrow, Platz. The timing is everything. Af. Platz. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. He likes to short stroke it, just like me, ladies. Platz. See him trying to anticipate that I was going to, Platz. Go to your bed. Right down the fucking hatch. I'm going to move around. Bleib. Just mix it up a little bit. Platz. Kvalligen. Plats. Go to your bed. Move around here. What's up, fish? Arrow blijf. Well, see, I want to comment on that, right? A lot of times when dogs anticipate things, it's you call their name and what have you. Go to your bed. Now I gave him the blijf command, which is Dutch for stay. And while I'm on that real quick, all you assholes in the comments talking about, well, that's German for blah. I wasn't speaking German, I was speaking Dutch. Asshole, okay? Dutch is different than German. It's like Portuguese and Spanish. Very similar language, both Germanic, guttural, sounds like you're angry as fuck every time you say anything, including something polite, but it's not the case, all right? So Platz in German means one thing. Platz in Dutch means place, get at my left side, okay? Just like Fulligan in Dutch means heel. Fuß in German means heel, okay? So it's not the same. So for all you people saying that the dog disobeyed, you're gonna tell me that dog disobeyed? No, he didn't. That's a good fucking boy right there, all right? Anyway, he didn't disobey me. That's the fucking command. It's in Dutch, not German, all right? I'm on to you, Lewis. Af. Obviously, you got to teach each one of those behaviors by themselves first, all right? And get 100% reliability with that. I teach that out there in my classroom. I don't know how well you can see that, just past the swimming pool there. That big field right there with nothing else going on. I shape and teach all the behavior there first. Once I have it there, I bring it back in kind of the real world, if you will, here in the house. Once I have each individual command super dialed in, then I'll start combining them the way that you're seeing right now. And ultimately, I want to get to the point where I can do what I'm doing now. And trick fuck them a little bit, throw them different commands, say their name and tell them to stay, or give them the command that they're already doing, or tell them to come here, mix it up a little bit so that they don't anticipate like you saw him start to try to do, and we'll continue to proof him off of that, but just keep that in mind. The reason why I spend so much time doing this is because when you transfer training that you're teaching the dog in the classroom to the real world here inside the house, out in town, traveling, etc., that's where your money is going to be made, frankly, with the control work. I take that dog bed with me everywhere, right? And so now to the new owner's house, maybe to somebody else's house or somewhere out in town, and that's kind of the constant. It's the bridge between all of the training that they've learned here, and they know what that contextual association is to everything else out in town. I talk about this in my Teamdog.pet videos. Feel free to go sign up to learn all that shit, but this is really the key aspect of all of the control that I like to build into the dog is really built off of that. So that's what I spend a lot of time doing. Again, I'm just intermittently rewarding him for doing what I told him to do, right? It's another important component. And it's, again, I talk about it in the training videos, but reward the dog when they need to be rewarded. And that includes if they continue to do what you've asked them to do. Don't be a dick and just blow them off. It's like the hit it and quit it mentality, right? Don't be that guy. Arrow. All right, so I'm gonna walk over here and kind of do the same repetitions from just another vantage point. Platz. Why is another vantage point important? Af. Go to your bed. Not that bed. Come on. Almost right answer, but wrong answer. It's having too many dogs in the house, too many fucking beds, too many opportunities. We've taught him with both. I prefer that bigger bed better. He doesn't fit super well on that. But the thing that I want to stress is af. Is paying the man, paying him when he deserves it for what you've taught him, and being consistent about it, okay? So there's a lot of components, a lot of concepts with it, but the big thing to keep in mind is that exactly what I'm doing here is just doing training sessions where you're kind of combining things and working on that control. From the protection dog standpoint, house pet, whatever, to me, the one of the key components to teaching them to leave everything else alone is that right there, is teaching him to go to a place no matter what's going on, right? And doing it over and over and over and over. And so now I can take this dog bed out into town by a dog park and make him stay there and work on impulse control. I'll show you in a subsequent video here shortly that same really high level impulse control when they're super reactive I'll use a ball on him. but just, you know, making sure that that he understands he doesn't get to chase it or go after it or what have you until I say so. But that's kind of the dovetail from this in terms of the control piece. But you guys have shown a ton of interest in the protection dog stuff, and I'll do sessions like this all day long for weeks before I deliver the dog, so that I know 100%, you know, no matter what's going on, I say go to your bed, and it's game over, and the dog will go there and stay there no matter what. I do it, you know, when people are making dinner, go to your bed. Doorbell rings, go to your bed. Kids are wrestling, go to your bed. All of that, you know, and for all the people that constantly bombard me with questions about my dog jumps on people, he's biting my hand, blah, you know, teach him to go to his fucking bed, you know, no matter what, and do it over and over and over and over until the dog just wants to live on the bed, and we'll do it like a conditioned response, muscle memory, whatever you want to call it, every single time. And that pays huge dividends. So it's something I work on really, really heavy with these dogs. You trying to fuck around, boy? So as we wrap this one up, it's my man, Live. Yeah, he just, oh, the ears back and the arms crossed. Tough guy. Good boy. That's my man, Arrow. I'm gonna miss that bastard. He's a good dog. I'm getting ready to deliver him here shortly. So I hope that was helpful / insightful. Again, I spend a shitload of time working on just what you saw me doing that over and over and over and over. So go home, choke yourself, work on that, sign up for the training, Teamdog.pet, and we will see you on the next one.